So what's going on, guys? It's the truck guy here. Wanted to get back to you with another video. And today we're doing the Klein Tools Flick Blade folding utility knife with impact driver. Bit of a mouthful from Klein Tools. Model number 44304. So we're actually liking that model number. I don't know if it's quite Milwaukee, but it's a heck of a lot better than DeWalt. It's a heck of a lot better than what we see from some other brands. It's incomprehensible. But in any event, we've got the Klein Tools. This is their flick blade, so very, very similar to the Milwaukee press and flip and whatever the heck DeWalt's calling it now. They're a ripoff of the press and flip from Milwaukee. They've just shattered the utility knife industry. Let's go ahead and get this out of the packaging and see what we think. Klein Tools, as always, keeping us safe up top, but we won't worry about that. In terms of the packaging, we'll get into some of the details about the knife here as we take a look, so we won't worry too much about that. We'll set the packaging aside and we'll fold in our screwdriver and bit holder for right now. So right out of the gates, it feels good in the hand. I really like the feel of this knife. It's actually kind of a bit more ergonomic than the Milwaukee, which I'm liking. I'm liking this groove down low. Really, really feels good in the hand. I'm liking the plastic. It's a little, I would say a little lighter, but just as durable as the Milwaukee kind of 1505 press and flip, the 5-in-1 with the screwdriver. So this is a very, very similar model from Klein Tools, and it's got the button lock. That rockets up to full extension. Wow. So Klein Tools, got to get used to the make of the knife here, but yeah, that rockets up to full extension, folds down nicely. I've got to get used to it a little bit, but they're calling this the flick blade, and I think Klein Tools has hit an absolute home run on this. Just, you know, that's pretty compact, but it's just kind of the perfect size. You know, this is kind of doing the trick. So then on the back side, they've got the bit holder and Phillips screwdriver. So it's just kind of a standard bit. You can throw any bit you want in there. It's got the Phillips number 2. So really kind of a nice normal bit. They've got the 1/4-inch socket, and then you can add the extension. There's also a 1/4-inch up top, so depending on how much length you want, you can kind of adjust that as you go there. So I kind of like that functionality. Then they've got a really mini lever lock, if you can see that, to hold the screwdriver in place when you've got it fully extended. So I'm really liking that. I kind of like the ability to go short or go long with the socket, or obviously throw in your bit and just go to town on whatever you need. You know, in a perfect world, this might be a reversible bit. It's not the end of the world. So that's kind of, I think, one advantage of the Milwaukee is that reversible bit. But at the end of the day, it's not, you know, life or death. I'd like to see flathead, especially with Klein Tools. As we know, Klein Tools is one of the leaders in the electrical industry in terms of how they cater their tools to that industry in particular. They've got so much stuff in the electrical world. I kind of see this utility knife as kind of the new breed of, you know, the electrical utility knife, if you will. And I'd like to see a flathead just for the electrical work I do around the house. It's nice to have that reversible bit. So maybe something Klein can think about in the future, but I'm not going to hold it against Klein necessarily, but that is kind of a, you know, a little bit of a downgrade for an electrician's knife like this. So obviously you've got a nice rocket up to full extension. Everything here is good. I'm really liking it. Quick change, very, very similar to Milwaukee. You've got the small button on the back, and that holds in there nicely. Very standard. You've got a huge belt clip on back, extremely tight. So I'm liking that. Pretty much a deep carry from Klein, so this could be kind of an EDC as well. You know, kind of keep it out of, you know, view and things like that. One thing I am noticing a little bit is when this folds down, you're getting some wobble from the extension on the screwdriver, which is kind of interesting. So you've got some wiggle and wobble here, and that kind of carries over into how the knife comes down. So something Klein could take a look at. Again, I like the bit extension, but it's just not a very tight fit. So, you know, you do get some wiggle and wobble there. Not the end of the world. You've got your lanyard loop on the bottom. And I guess the big question is, where does this come in price-wise? I picked this up for just under 20 bucks, $19.90 something on Amazon. So I actually will say I think it's worth the price. You know, maybe you can get it at a retailer for 15 bucks. I have no idea. I'm completely spitballing there, but that could be something. You know, Amazon's usually a little bit more expensive for some kind of, you know, more eclectic items. Sometimes it's cheaper, but I feel like retailers are starting to beat Amazon now. So take it for what you will. Yeah, I think, you know, it's pretty reasonable for under 20, just because you're getting a really great knife. This is probably in my top 2 to 3 to 4 utility knives right now. I'm definitely going to be using this Klein Tools knife a lot. There we go. Finally kind of getting the hang of locking that down. But that's an addicting extension there. And I'm liking it from Klein. I mean, they just really did a great job designing this knife. You know, they've hit the nail on the head. There's only so many compliments I can give Klein on this one, even though I pointed out some downsides as well. But they've done a really great job with the 44304, the FLICKBLADE. I like it a lot. So if you're interested, I would definitely pick this one up. It's going to be, you know, I would say this is an A on the truck guy scale. This is an A. Very happy with it. So you'll probably hear more about it on the channel just as I use it and things like that. Maybe I'll kind of touch base with you guys on it in the future. But that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the review. Comment down below if you like this knife and are going to pick it up. We'll talk to you on the next one.